I think Johnny's is just so easy to close. Johnny's is just so easy to close. I think Amber is the more interesting close because you have to because if as an attorney you just got just so many variables you gotta consider. One considers the client. You would have to have that conversation with her last night, and you got to convince her. Listen, are we trying to win, or are we trying to be slaughtered? Because if we go in there with this whole "you're an angel, you're pure, you have done no wrong," we're going to get slaughtered. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. I think I'm a good attorney, but there's no way that we've proved that, right? Those pictures, those things. Our case is not that. You are not innocent. Our case where we can win, and when win, what do I mean? You not paying any money. You walking out of here, and people still booing you, but you can still walk out of here and say, "Listen, a jury didn't believe him." That's what I'm trying to. That's the win I want to give you. Some win when you go to a studio, they'll say at least he didn't win the case. He might have won public opinion, but he didn't win the case. That's the win I'm offering you. And how do we get there? Is that we got to speak to people like they're people. We can't try to question their intelligence by showing them there are bruises that you were dragged over glass, and the next day you're in a backless dress. People don't believe that. They're not going to believe that. So what we got to do is we got to make them give them something. You know what they'll believe? They'll believe Johnny's a drug addicted to alcohol that hits you, right? Because he's admitted that, right? There's no credibility here. He said, I accidentally headbutted her. I can work with that, right? I could go in here and say, hey, what abuser doesn't say they accidentally didn't hit their wife, right? What abuser says, she's got two black eyes. Oh, it was an accident. It was her fault, right? I can make Johnny into that person, but I can't make you into the pure, unclean princess, right? I got to tell them the truth about you. But Amber gave as good as she got. My clients admitted to hitting him too. So you know what? It's not the fact that Johnny survived Amber. No. And we're also not saying Amber survived Johnny. We're saying they survived each other. They survived each other. And this case is about abuse. It's about two people who abused each other for the year and a half they were together and now can't let each other go. But just imagine, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, both of these people survived this relationship together and send them home with what they deserve. Nothing. That's how Amber can win.
Do you like three?
You'd
three
sway
quick
me
thoughts
if
for you
I was
guys.
on the jury with that closing.
Say it again.
You'd sway me on the jury if I with that closing. you know what? When you started, I was like, no, Johnny gets all the money here, Amber gets absolutely nothing. And then by the time you were finished, I was like, okay, yeah, no, they can both go home with nothing. So yeah, Amber needs to hire you. Amber needs to hire you just for today.
No, I would think that
Right now on stream, I convinced you. Huh?
there's more than one juror that I'm sure feels that same way. It's like we're listening to two creepy, horrible human beings sue each other for tens of millions of dollars. I think there's probably more than one juror to be swayed by that. But the first question I have is, do you think Amber would be swayed by that sort of a "you got to come to Jesus" session, or would she continue to be Amber?
But you know what though? That's how you know the quality of your attorney.